Welcome to part 2 of making all my hair blonde. So this is how we're starting. This is my first wash after I had bleached and toned the roots. Still looking amazing after the first wash. We have some blonde bits, we've got some very dark brown on top, and just chopped it off. And here is the evidence. So I just chopped off the sides. There it is. And so here is my inspiration picture, probably not quite that short, yes, that blonde, and a little bit of depth in the roots. And here's how it looked after I chopped it all off. We're going to be using two toners. We're mostly going to use the warmer blonde, and we're going to use the cooler blonde on the roots. We also have a few areas where I did blonde panels and the strand from root to tip is blonde. That's how I know that the darker bits will go blonde as well. I just bleached them twice. So I'm going to start from the bottom to the top, and I'm also taking out any pieces that are already blonde from root to tip. There is a couple of darker pieces in there, but you will not notice them at all once the majority of the hair is blonde. So we're only applying on the dark bits, and we're really mushing in that bleach and then putting a heap of bleach on top. You must make sure that the hair is saturated. I'm taking very small sections. They're about 1 centimeter each, like you want to be able to see through to the foil when you move the hair around, and then you know that you're covering the hair properly. So it really is only 4 foils on this side and maybe 5 or 6 on the other. I'm making sure to feather up where we do meet the blonde, so we definitely cover that gold band, but we're not really over bleaching stuff that's already pale yellow. As we come to the other side, we're doing the same procedure. Take out that muddy piece that is already blonde, and I just tucked it behind my ears. That was easy. I had a bit of trouble sectioning this side just because the mirror is reversed. But anyway, same procedure. Take small sections, really massage that bleach in there. Make sure it's saturated. Don't skimp on bleach. And yep. Get that all done bottom to top, and that way, especially like if you're a hairdresser, you go from top to bottom. That's just how you do it. But if you're doing it yourself, the foils are going to be easier to do and lay flat if you go from bottom to top. So after I finish the last foil, I just check on how the first foil is going, and it hasn't budged much. So then we're moving on to the back foils, which I just pull from the back to the front. Alright, all the foils are in, as you can see, about 6 on one side, 5 or 6 on the other. I also did a couple at the back, but I'm also going to leave the under layers brown because you're just not going to notice. But make sure those very top layers are going to be blonde. So we're going to let that sit for 1 hour, and actually probably 40 minutes, and then we might mash it all back in. So we've come back after 40 minutes just to check on the foil, see how it's lightening, and just massage that bleach right back in. And I find that when you do that, you're going to get a better result, like less patchy. So I do actually remove the foils and keep it out of the foil so I can look at it. But I'm applying just a little bit more bleach. I am combing through. Lots of people don't recommend that you comb through, but the hair is in quite good condition. If you start combing through the hair and pieces are falling out, you need to wash it off. And here is how it looks right before I washed it off with the bleach still on. So this is the next day, washed and dried and conditioned, and where I'm pointing to is our darkest pieces. if you grab the hair like all together, you can see the darker pieces easier. We also have some lighter pieces here, and we are going to be applying to the darkest pieces first. Of course, we've got the white around the front still, and we didn't touch it with bleach. So we're starting the process by using my favorite conditioner at the moment, and we're going to protect those white pieces. We're actually going to paint them with conditioner, and that way the bleach absolutely cannot touch them. I hold that top hair back so I can see if there's any white pieces amongst it. Again, it doesn't matter if we have a couple of little dark pieces in there, because it just gives the hair depth. You won't even notice. I am trying to get the blonder pieces from the back, but I just can't see them properly, so we're not going to worry. I will just find them as I'm bleaching in the sides. And yep, now we're ready. Okay, so this is our regular bleach mixed up. It's purple bleach with olive purple with 20 volume. We're going to put the tiniest bit of water and the tiniest bit of shampoo to make it more like a bleach wash. So just run our tap, just a little bit, that's it. It just seems to lift a little more evenly. Again, wouldn't recommend Head and Shoulders. Oh, actually I do have a different one. I was going to say that's all I have, but no, I have the matching Pantene Miracles. Silicone free apparently. And then we mix that all up together and I'll show you what it looks like. And then this is what we have. It turns it into a much smoother mixture, but it's not as runny as the original bleach wash we did. We just did the tiniest little bit of water and like a good, I don't know, tablespoon of the shampoo. So we're going to do the darkest bits first and move on to the lightest bits. So we'll probably do the darkest bits for 10 minutes, like all this. When you put your hair together like this, then you can see those dark bits. So dark bits, 10 minutes, and then we'll do here, and then we'll just keep an eye on it visually. So we're not going to be putting it, see there's another dark bit here. We're not going to be putting it into foil so we can watch it. And we're still going to do small sections. We should go, I was going to say we should go bottom up, but the darkest pieces are on top. So let's do that bit. Oh my gosh. Slippery when washed. Here we go. And I'll make sure it gets to the underside as well. Easy hands. Okay, and probably right there. I'm going to drip it everywhere, so be careful. Oh, there it goes, because it's really runny. Okay, and then wash my hands. I can pick up the next piece. Get it off my shirt. You can just put lots of water on straight away, but hopefully you're not wearing something good while you're colouring your hair. Okay, next. That's a light fix, that should be in conditioner. I do have more conditioner here, in case I should find anything. Let's just tuck that down here. There we go. Okay. Now we wanted that piece there. back. There's the mirror go. Add a mirror here, now let's go. Great. Right, I lost my mirror. Let's see. Oh yeah. I think I'll just go here then. Okay. Alright. That's good. Okay, let's just put the timer on for 10 minutes. And we'll come back and do some more. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. It doesn't look like a whole lot has happened. But we'll just have a look. I mean, this can be on for an hour, so don't expect to see too much going on. So let's just apply to all our darker bits. Get that out. That's gone a little bit thick, so I might just add a little bit more water. I'm flicking it everywhere. Make it so you can see. That would be helpful. Some people don't recommend combing through. I do. I think you get a better result. Just got to make sure your hair's not too fried to start with. So then this layer here, we're only going to do these dark tips. And we've already sectioned out that lighter piece. There is a dark piece there, but that's going to look fine once most of it is blonde. So I'm not really even going to go up into here just yet, just this darker orange. Down the bottom. Okay. And then this piece here has quite a bit of dark. So I'm going to go, from here down. And then these parts I left brown yesterday. They're going to look totally fine once this top is quite blonde. It's just going to look darker underneath. It's going to give it depth. So that is no big deal. There we go. So comb it through and then put it back on top. And then we're probably going to wrap that. We might just wrap these ends in a foil. I'll just wash my hands so I don't get bleach all over the foil. Got a couple of foils left from yesterday. You can just scrunch it around. Just like that. Okay, let's have a look at this side. Again, we're going to do all of this dark. Just get it on there. So you really need the top pieces light so it doesn't look crap. Brush it through and then lay it on top. Yeah. Yeah, if you're brushing the hair and the hair is, lots of hair's coming out in the comb, it's probably too damaged to continue. Okay, then we'll pop this into a foil. creative. Then we had this piece in the back. Throw some more bleach on the floor. I have to find it all. Okay. And wrap that in foil. And I'm going to leave it for like 40 minutes now. There we go, but the foil will keep it nice and moist. And if you just scrunch it out the way. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave it 40 minutes, we'll come back and we'll probably bleach wash the whole lot. That's going to get rid of all the old toner and we'll start with toning again. Okay, here's our results, freshly washed out. You can see the white is from the front pieces. It still looks a little orange to me. So we'll see when it's dried. Like this is perfect. It's just these darker pieces. But there might be enough blonde in there that it's going to look fine once it's all toned. So we'll see. Let's do it together. Here is how the hair looks dried. It is golden yellow with a little bit of light orange. So let's tone it. Okay, so I re-wet my hair after it dried and put some conditioner on and then rinsed it out. We do still have a bit of orange, but the pearl should, the darker, warmer toner should take care of that. And then we're going to do the more silver toner on the roots. Everything else is going to be the warmer toner. And this whole front piece will be the warmer toner. I'm not going to touch that with the cool one at all. Take this out. Brush it back. Okay. Ready. So the packaging is 60 mils and 60 mils. This is the color. This is the peroxide. So it means 1 to 1. So I'm just going to do about this much and the same of the other. That's a lie, it was about half a tube and a half a tube. All right. Mix up the next colour. You can see that going whitish already. And we'll probably mix up all of the other ones. That was half a tube. Because we're going to need to do mix to end. I'm not too worried if it overtones because it'll last longer. It will come out even if it goes grey. Do our front first. this is looking brown to me now and not orange, especially this one. Looks a little more brown. So let's wash that off. I still have some in the bowl, so I could reapply if I need to. Okay, I just rinsed it out. Whoa. Looks good. This looks nice. Hopefully it's enough to take the edge off that orange. I think it's looking good. Yes, I think that will be okay. I do just want to dry it and check because we still have more colour in the bowl that we could use. But yeah, let's just dry a little bit. Okay, so I've dried this part and this is our final tones. This is still a little bit wet. You can see in here, we've got a beautiful ash tone at the base, and then it's just softened this orange. And over the next week or two, this should blend a little bit more. You can see these nice tones in here. And of course, with our white pieces at the front, they're still a bit wet, but nicely toned. So I'll come back when my hair is dried and styled and looking nice for a final reveal. Okay, here we are fully dried, and then I just went back over it to bring out the curl with wet hands and a little bit of gel. So yeah, I'm pretty happy actually. Then we can just keep doing the roots and slowly cut all this off. But we'll see what it looks like in a couple of days, because you won't believe it will settle and blend in a little bit more. So let's see. Okay, so a day later I decided that I couldn't leave it alone, but you can see it has gone a little more gold than it is orange. So it has settled a little bit, and it did tone quite well with those toners. But we're going to do just one more teeny weeny step. We're going to foil a couple of foils in there with this 7CB, which is a cool beige blonde, in a 7 level, which is just that little bit darker. It's the same darkness as the orange. I didn't film the whole thing, but this is how I wove the foils all throughout. So we did leave quite a bit of the orange out. That's going to give us depth, multi-dimension, tone. It's still a beautiful colour, the colour that we had, that gold, but we just need that little bit of toning down to take the edge off. And so here is how we're looking wet, and I knew it was going to be amazing because we don't look orange anymore. Those darker pieces look toned down, but they're not green or too ash either. And here is our final reveal. I'm so happy. Just that little bit of dark just stopped it from looking orange, and now it looks expensive, honey blonde, strawberry blonde, and the pieces around the face are white and bright.